Hello, everybody. Welcome to Movie World, where we talk movies, only movies, and it's time for another top three. We are going to debate the top three Rocky movies, and I got Jody and Lewis back. What's up, guys?
Good. I'm coming for the W.
Oh, man, this is. I thought this would be easy, and as we started talking about it, I realized there was a fight here, and we're going to do it. A real fight night is about to break down, because not only do we have to agree on the top three Rocky movies, we got to put them in order: 1, 2, and 3. And so, for those unfamiliar, that includes Rocky, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, Rocky Balboa, and yes, it also includes Creed and Creed 2. Look, it seemed easy to me when we said this, but no, the more we talked about it, I realized, no, there's a fight here. There is absolutely a fight here. Are you guys ready to do this? We have 10 minutes on the clock. I'm going to start the clock, and then I think we should each...
be enough time, homie,
we should each talk. We should each suggest we're going to each go down the line and say what our number one is. All right, time starts now. All right, it's Rocky. Rocky 1 is number 1 for me. Jody.
Rocky 4, clever freaking Ivan Drago.
2006, Rocky Balboa, the most realistic one to boxing.
And then we didn't even say Creed yet. Come on, Creed is better than...
Bro, we talking about Titans right now. We got time for Creed.
What?
We talking about number 1.
What? We're going to argue.
We're talking about number 1.
Hold on. So are we agreeing at least that it's those 4? Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 5, and Creed 2. Are they all out?
No, they're
what?
Play, man. What the hell? It's Rocky.
Wait. You're saying that Rocky 2, 3, and 5 and Creed 2 are better than Rocky, Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa, and Creed?
Wait a minute. Rocky 5 does not count. Over there, bro. You got Clubber Lang, a penny to fool.
All right. I don't know how. We have 9 minutes on the clock. Let's do this. All right. Look, we have to agree on the 3 best, and then we have to argue about the order. So let's try and let's organize this. I will agree. You guys listed 2 great films. I got to back up. Rocky 4 is fantastic, but you don't have Rocky 4 without Rocky 1. It doesn't work. It's not as emotionally invested.
I'm not going that route. It's just a better film. I'm sorry. Hearts on fire.
Yes.
Stop it. I must break you. He was broke. He lost his millions because of Paulie, you son of a bitch. And then he had to go and fight and avenge his friend's death and beat him on his own turf.
None of it makes any sense. It is a blast. I love it. It is fun, pure Russian snow and fun and fire. Yes. Dude, I don't deny the fun of Rocky 4.
I've been training in the gym with all the technology and steroids, and Rocky going to his roots with nature. Man, come on. Man. I'm getting tingles right now.
Yeah, as a sequel, I would say it's a great sequel.
Rocky 4 is a repeat of Rocky 3. And Rocky 3 had Eye of the Tiger. That's
and Mr. T. And Mr. T. Yeah, let's not forget that. But my point is still you can't have it without Rocky 1. Rocky 2, he's broke too, right? He's like, I'm not famous anymore. What am I going to do? Look, I like Rocky 2. It's sort of an interesting because he's had the up and then you have this sort of immediate down. And then can he win? Oh, and he still can come back from it. It's surprising they were able to make it work every movie. But those who say it's all the same, they're not. They really do figure out different stories. But all right, can we at least agree that Rocky needs to be in the top 3? Whether it's first, second, or third?
Maybe third. Maybe.
Okay, so all right. So Rocky is in. Now we have to figure out the next 2. All right, Rocky's in.
We don't have to worry about Rocky 5. We don't have to worry about Rocky 5.
But we got to agree on something here. We got to agree that one of them is going to be in the top 3.
Wait, you just slotted it in number 3. We got to fight. He got to earn his third because we got to get.
We only got 7 minutes left. We all agreed that Rocky is
number 1.
Which of these?
Start the clock over, man.
Which of these 3 is worthy of being in the top 3? I can't. I'm not giving.
Rocky 3.
I can't.
Rocky 2.
I can't give Rocky. I can't give any of them the guarantee except for Rocky that it should be in the top 3. Lewis.
Rocky 3 is a better movie.
Okay, I guarantee you the first Rocky should be in the top 3.
Yes, Jody, give me a break.
Bro, look,
Rocky 1 needs to be in the top 3.
Rise to the top and all that, but man,
you don't have the rise if you don't have the origin.
I like the story of Superman, not so much the origin of Clark Kent.
No, Rocky is better written. Rocky is a silly sports movie that actually is written beautifully. It's a fantastically made film. They get sillier and sillier as it goes. It's like the Fast and Furious franchise. Now, I got nothing wrong with that, but they don't work without the original, without the care of Rocky Balboa and Adrian and the relationship, without us knowing that relationship, which they did so well. None of it works. So we got to give on something. Rocky is in the top 3.
I'll let. All right, y'all want Rocky?
Rocky's in the top 3. We got 6 minutes left. Now, what else out of these next sequels? What are we arguing next? So you're passionate saying Rocky 4.
Best
Wait, hold on. Is Rocky 4 in there?
Well, let's argue about it. I would say Rocky 4 is the funnest sequel. So I'm not opposed to putting that in there, but I'm not putting it number one.
It's the most emotional. Apollo died. He avenged Apollo.
Yeah, I mean, but it's ridiculous. I agree.
Apollo came back and trained Rocky in Rocky 3. It was that Obi-Wan moment where Rocky
that was fire
and he's sitting in the gym and he goes, "That's not the way you do it." Like a voice from the shadows, dude. Like a spirit. He comes Apollo and they team up, dude. Rocky 3 is freaking epic, but Rocky 4 is epic too.
See, here's where I'm.
You're gonna regret putting Rocky on there because I would have put. I got Rocky 3 over Rocky.
What?
I got Clubber Lang Rocky 3 over Rocky. Who's the one that beat Rocky head up?
Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang.
All right,
The
so
only one
here's
that
where
gave him, he was just better. He was afraid of him.
we have 5 minutes left. Here's where I'm stuck.
I'm afraid,
To me, it's like you got the original, then you got the sequels, and then you have the rebirth. Because I would argue, I'm with you, Lewis. Rocky Balboa is better than Creed and Creed 2. Because it's Rocky's story. Creed is a great sub-story, but if we're talking Rocky movies, Creed's its own thing. It's I would fight for it, but Rocky Balboa, very criminally underrated. It's fantastic. His comeback is really a nice, emotional journey.
The reason why it's underrated,
I'm
though,
with
a lot
you.
of people didn't like it.
Yeah, but I support Lewis, and Rocky Balboa is a good comeback.
Jody, could I speak my piece on Rocky Balboa? Why it's number one? Give me a second right here. The last Rocky before Rocky Balboa was in 1990. That's 16 years. Stallone, we all know, went through a nosedive in his career in the mid-90s, late 90s. So it was a joke. The entire movie was an underdog, all right? I sat there, I watched it, and I was like, oh, my God. I had to turn to my friend and go, is this good or am I just imagining things? This thing was amazing. It was in Stallone's heart to write it. From God knows where. It's the most realistic one. The boxing, the thing that hurts Rocky 1 is where they're throwing punches 10 miles away and the other guy's getting knocked down. The referee is not counting. There's a lot of things in Rocky, the first one, that are just abandon the rules of boxing. Of boxing, but it's a great film, so well written, but they forgot to listen to the sport of what the rules are. Balboa, though, talks about a washed-up fighter who's coming back, starts a restaurant. His wife, Pat, is gone, man. Cancer. God, you don't need Rocky 1 for that.
Strained relationship with his son.
You're making a good argument. I could swap in Rocky Balboa for Rocky, honestly. To me, that puts Rocky in the 3.
Gone, bro.
Rocky Balboa is a solid movie.
She is. The entire movie's about Adrian.
Y'all gonna make me fight for Rocky now. Ain't that some shit?
Balboa.
Well, we have 3 minutes left, so I don't even know how to begin this. Because
hey, look, you know what? If I get my Rocky 4, I ain't gonna fight y'all.
I don't have a problem with Rocky 4. But then it depends.
If I could get Rocky 4, I won't fight.
All right,
I won't fight you.
Jody, the thing is, Rocky 3 is better than Rocky 4.
I was gonna say, are we doing?
Why you say that, bro?
It's a repeat movie. You got Mr. T.
Ivan Drago is the most ultimate villain he has ever faced. He pushed himself to the limit and beyond to defeat.
He's just a
robot.
robot.
It's an emotional win.
He's just a robot.
Apollo, and that's what broke him because he didn't get no money for that fight.
No,
he
but
did that for.
He's right though. 3 is better when he has to work with the enemy. You know what I mean? Like that's a better.
That enemy was his friend who died and had to avenge him and fight Ivan. I'm sorry, that was just too much for me. Throw in the towel. He held that guilt. He held that weight on him for so long.
But come on, we got that. We got
the end. Don't throw in that towel. He was like Apollo. You want me to do
that Apollo Rocky training sequence. It's unbelievable. Come on,
his friend
those
went out
thighs
in that ring. His arrogance got him killed. He looked at his best friend after going in there after round 2 or 3. He says, "Don't throw in the towel." Basically, I'm going out here to die. I'd rather die in the ring than admit that I'm washed up. That was very much about Apollo,
like his ego killed him, right?
His ego killed him.
Yep.
And Rocky having to deal with, I love this man in the ring. He's dying, but I love him so much and respect him so much, I'm willing to let him die out there because that's what he wants. That's how he wants to.
But Jody,
which tied to Creed.
Rocky lied.
All of Creed tied to Rocky 4. It
Mickey
tied right back to Rocky 4. You brought back Ivan Drago.
Mickey was dying, and he asked him, did you win? And Rocky lied to him. Dude, come on.
And Creed only comes back because of the Apollo Creed story. Apollo Creed is what we're following. He dies in 4, so that's why. We're talking Rocky movies. Rocky movies. Come on.
3 though.
Movies, man.
Creed are Apollo Creed movies. They're not Rocky movies. And so Rocky Balboa is the finale to me of the Rocky franchise. Creed he's a supporting character in a beautifully told great story. We have 50 seconds. I don't know how we're going to do this.
I need Rocky 4.
I'm not opposed to Rocky 4, but then are you okay with Rocky Balboa? What's our third?
Yes, I'm gonna fight you. Yes.
All right, so fine. We all our picks got in there, and I don't hate that. What's the order? Okay. We got 35 seconds to despite that order.
I need Rocky 4. Rocky 4 should be number 1, bro.
Balboa, Rocky, and then for Jody 4. God damn it!
But you're putting Balboa. You're putting Balboa over Rocky, Lewis.
I'm putting Balboa over Rocky, man. It's the most realistic. To make a movie like that, you don't.
All right, 18 seconds. Jody, are you putting Balboa over Rocky?
And that's it.
No. I want Rocky over Balboa.
Rocky 4, Balboa.
Give me Balboa.
I'll give Balboa. Put Balboa
Give me
over Rocky.
Balboa.
Or do we do Rocky and then Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa?
No. Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa, then Rocky.
Andy, start the clock again, man.
Oh my God, we're out of time.
Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa, then Rocky.
I can't put Rocky 4 first. Lewis, can you agree to that? Can you agree to that? No, I can't. 2 of us have to agree on a first.
People in the comment section is getting mad right now because they know how good
I can give Rocky 4 number 2. I will give it number 2.
You put Balboa, it sure ain't Balboa. Rocky 1 ain't better than 4, man.
Rocky, and
it's too much epicness in Rocky 4.
No, it's silly.
It's
silly fun.
Epic feeling.
It's fun. It's not better. It's funner.
It's better.
Lewis, you got a tie break. So
that's why everyone loves Ragnarok.
Honest with you, man, I feel like it's blasphemy to even criticize any Rocky movie with the exception of 5, which is not a Rocky movie, just
terrible.
Stallone, and it's awful. But they're all great, so I'm good with putting any one of number 1. But Balboa, to me, I gotta say, is my favorite, followed by 2, 3.
All right, so
4.
fine. It sounds like we're agreeing.
Sorry.
You agree. I heard Jody say it. Balboa, Rocky 4, Rocky. Is that what happened?
Didn't say that, bro. That's some bullshit.
Oh, sorry, I misheard you.
That's bullshit, bro. I need to listen to me. Well, Andy.
Wait, if it's not Rocky 4 at number 1, what would you do next? You got to give a little.
If I don't get Rocky 4 at number 1, and I'm looking at Lewis's Rocky Balboa and your Rocky, I would give it to the first Rocky.
Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa. But that goes against both. I'm not trying to pick that way, but to me, that's
fine. You know what? Fine. I'm okay.
My problem is, how do you give the sequel?
It's better. Sometimes the sequel is just better.
Do you agree, Lewis?
Sometimes Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
I would rather give. Does Jody have a second? Lewis.
Yeah, my second is Rocky 3.
No. Lewis, are you seconding that Rocky 4 should go first?
As number 1?
Yeah.
Come on, Jody. You know I love you, man. But come on.
Good. All right, so that's my point. Is I could go Rocky or Balboa over number 1, and I could give Rocky 4 second. I'm trying to give, but it sounds like you agreed. Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa is what you said, Jody.
I'm okay with that. You got to talk to Lewis now.
Lewis, can we agree on that?
My list goes Balboa, Rocky, and 4 for Jody. But I cannot give 4 number 1, man.
Time's up. We did it, but we at least settled in our order, but with an extra bonus round. But that's what that was a lot harder than I thought it would be. But good fight. Good fight. All good movies.
You got Clubber Lang over there chilling.
We didn't even get Clubber Lang. Dude, Creed. Creed's a great movie, too. Let's not knock that one.
I know.
Creed 2, I'm okay with Creed 2 being out. I'm okay with Rocky 5 being out. Rocky 2.
Rocky 5 is unanimously the worst one here.
Yeah, but if we're ranking the top 3, we just did it.
Maybe 2 also.
I got 5 way worse than 2.
What do you guys think? Make sure to go support Jody's Corner, to go subscribe, or Lewis over at Nerd Report. And you obviously should subscribe here to Movie World. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know your top 3 in the comments down below. Also, let us what other actor, franchise, director you want us to do a top 3 on. You see how heated it gets on this show. Stay tuned for more. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to Movie World, where we only talk movies.
Rocky 4.
Bye, everybody.